there's a ugly myth in America that Africans don't like African Americans. I'm gonna tell you that's a lie. I have felt nothing but love here. So a Black American represent billions and billions of dollars, right? And so for those African Americans to connect with Africa is something special. I think their presidents of most countries understand this, and they're trying to encourage it. Things. It's not the music. It is these environmental things, economics, education, and just the criminal justice system. These are the things that cause Black men to go to prison at the rate that they do. They maintain their culture. They were a group of people who escaped slavery and maintained their culture. Okay. They maintained their music. Sure. They maintained their stories. They maintained the entire rhythm of Africa. So when you hear
there's a clip I felt on of Ice Cube. Yeah, I want you to listen to it and give me your overview on what you think about it.
Same people who own the labels own the prisons.
Literally the same people?
Literally the same people who own the labels own private prisons. The records that come out are really geared to push people towards that prison industry.
But they didn't make you write those lyrics.
It's not about making somebody write the lyrics. It's about being there as guardrails to make sure certain songs make it through and certain songs don't. Some records are made by committee, meaning record company guys sit around and tell the artists, this is hot, say that, do this. We're gonna have this guy write the lyrics. We're gonna have that. You have, the record company pushing the narrative. Some social engineering going on here to make sure those prisons stay full.
So what do you think about this?
Well, I tend to disagree with Ice Cube just from a business standpoint.
Okay.
Why do I disagree with him? Because the objective of most companies is just to make money. They're not social engineering nothing. The poison that Black people feed themselves in America is generated by us. It's not generated by anybody telling them what to do. But what tends to happen is that these artists that generate that type of music tend to succeed. And so with the success of that music, then therefore other people will emulate that music. But every artist that represents and represents that negative environment is because that's their environment. That's the environment that they come up in. Yeah, sure. I have defended rap music for a long time, so I understand a lot because I started with that type of music, gangster rap music. And I have never seen anybody go into the studio and instruct any artist on what to do. They are only going to talk about the music and their experiences in life. And you cannot expect a kid who has suffered throughout his entire life to rap about something else. He knows suffering. He knows the negative side of life. And this is what they talk about. And if you notice that Ice Cube started out with NWA, niggas with attitudes, and he rapped about all of these negative things. Yeah. And as he began to be successful, his environment and his experiences changed. Yeah. And so his music also changed because now he has other things to talk about. I defend the artist's ability to tell his truth. His truth is what he speaks about. Now, whether or not we celebrate that thing is another story, right? But these guys, if you follow any artist, if you follow Jay-Z, what does Jay-Z talk about now? Jay-Z has made hundreds of millions of dollars, so now his narrative is different. His experiences are different. He has other things to draw upon. Now, in America, there are some other things that lead to this called the prison industrial complex. And that is lack of education, poor housing choices, the prison system itself. Those things are more instrumental into putting more Black men in prison in America than anywhere in the world. Those are the things. It's not the music. It is these environmental things, economics, education, and just the criminal justice system. These are the things that cause Black men to go to prison at the rate that they do. It's not the music.
All right. Yeah.
Well, music is a spiritual thing.
What's that one thing you best on?
I don't base it on my opinion at all. Music is a spiritual thing, and everybody that listens to music has a spiritual reaction to that song, right? There's something magical about music.
Okay.
And so there's no way that I can listen to a song and tell how you're going to react to that song because your experience is different, right? And I have to get my staff to get out of the way of music and stop trying to judge and determine songs. Because I had Stevie Wonder tell me, Stevie Wonder's probably got 30 Grammy Awards, and he said that he could never pick a hit. I said, if this guy with this resume can't pick a hit, then who the hell are you to try to pick a hit?
Yeah.
Show me the hit that you picked.
Yeah.
Show me one hit that you picked so I can know that you know that I can know that you know what you're talking about, right? And all these people who are trying to judge and say this song is a hit, they have never picked one. So what? That's just like saying this guy is going to fly a plane for the first time. Are you getting in that plane?
Yeah.
No, he has no experience in that, and I think that it is an error for anybody to base an opinion in music on their own opinion. You have to let the public decide. I have been so wrong about so many songs that were successful that I didn't think had a chance, and the songs that I thought would succeed fell like.
Damn.
Yeah. So I get out of that business. I don't trust nobody's opinion on music.
Yeah, just put the song out.
Put the song out and let the public determine whether or not it's a hit.
Yeah, there's something you've told me. Music is spiritual.
Yeah, I actually quoted that too.
Now I understand why you're successful. Because you understand the dimensions and the whole thing about music. So tell me, because you're the first manager to really say such a thing, what do you see that...
Actually, hold on. There's a time we were having a podcast on Burna Boy's statement where he said that African music got no substance.
Oh, yeah.
So we're having an argument on that.
No substance.
Yeah, there's a time you say that.
There are songs. I mean, come on. There's not one song. There are songs in Africa with substance. There are songs without substance.
Yeah.
There are people who are just looking to have fun on music. So those are the guys who just want to have fun. It's vibe orientated, right? If the vibe is right, then that generates an emotional response to people. Yeah. And so that's what people are looking for. So everybody is not looking for a serious subject. Some people are just looking to have fun. They just want to enjoy the mood. They just want to enjoy this moment. If you want to be in a romantic mood, then you put on something that gives you that vibe, right?
Yeah, sure.
If you want to be on a fun mood, then put on. If you want to be critical and to really think about what's going on in the world, then you find that artist that gives you that.
Yeah.
Music has always been my friend because I can get music to tell me anything, right? I can get music to inspire me. I can get music to uplift me. I can get music to bring my mood down, right?
Okay.
And so music is like that for everybody. Music has always been my friend.
Yeah. Actually, Cedric, I appreciate the good work you done in our continent and all that. But we all know that you've been getting challenges, like basically to work with some African, like some Africans right here. You know, we Africans, we're primitive and all of that. We think just outside the box. We don't think beyond the box and all that. But I just want you to clarify me about something. Like, what's your best African country? Like you would like recommend and be like, this is the best African country. Someone
I've been to.
Yeah, someone.
Wow,
that would, like,
that's such a tough question.
Is it Kenya? Is it Congo?
No,
Is it Ghana?
You're making the
Uganda?
man pick.
I don't really have to think about this because I've thought about this. Every African country has its own unique characteristic, right? That's just like trying to say this woman is prettier than that woman. Tanzania has a beautiful country. Kenya is beautiful in its own right. Uganda is beautiful, right? Every country has its positive things to present. And I think that for African Americans, when you come to Africa, don't just go to one country. Go around and see what country feels right for you.
Yeah.
Right. I'm at home no matter where I am, right? I would be at home in a chicken coop, right? So I am comfortable wherever I land. And so I just think that Africa is full of. South Africa is beautiful. Nigeria is beautiful. Ghana is an incredible country. The Ivory Coast, they're all beautiful countries. Africa is a beautiful place.
Is beautiful.
It's a beautiful place.
You know, I just want to know something. You know, this Brazilian kind of music, the beat, what's it called? There's that beat of drums that go, that
The percussion
goes,
rumba type of thing.
kind of, no,
Yeah.
no. This tape that Beyonce likes, not the rumba. It has kind of sticks and a certain pattern of drums. I was thinking that this sounds a bit like African.
Let me tell you
Because it
this.
sounds
Shiloh,
almost
let me
like-
tell you this.
I'm a- yeah,
all
a
of the
little bit
music,
different.
all of the music that you hear around the world has roots in Africa.
Yeah.
Because Africa introduced the drum to the world, right?
Yeah,
if you listen to reggaeton, reggaeton is an Afro beat, right? It's an Afro beat. When you go to countries like Brazil, you realize that 50% of the country is African. When you go to Colombia, a country that you would not even think, that almost half of the country of Colombia is African, and they maintain their culture. They were a group of people who escaped slavery and maintained their culture. They maintained their music. They maintained their stories. They maintained the entire rhythm of Africa. So when you hear Brazil, when you hear Latin music, when you hear the music of the world, that is all based on Africa. It's based on the drum. It's based on the and this is some of the contributions that Africa has given to the world. It's music.
And let me ask you straight up. Would you like to ask him?
Yeah, I wanted to ask him.
Yeah. What is the future for the African music in your perspective?
I think we're at
What's the next big thing?
I think we're at an inflection point with African music. I think that the world is beginning to be introduced to the rhythm of Africa, and I think that it will continue to grow and continues to be more influential in the near future, and it will continue to be that way. It has been a secret for some reason that Africa has influenced the entire world. It has influenced so many things culturally, historically, musically, and it will continue to be a dominant player on the music scene. I think that the future of Africa, not just music-wise, business-wise, financially, social, respect-wise, is on the rise. So Africa is a good place to be right now.
Yeah.
Africa on the rise.
Yeah, by the way, you know, being a pro and good at Africa, and with this cup of kind of portfolio you hold, I would like to ask you, because personally, I'm going to ask you about other people. Personally, when Burna Boy say the Africans are not good at certain stuff, type of stuff, and I'm like, hey, wait a
We
minute.
actually thought it maybe it's a pride.
Yeah,
The fact that he won
then,
abroad.
but then he was a bit right. But then I was like, in Uganda, for instance, I know of people who can beat Burna Boy at his game in terms of lyrics, content, and approach. It's almost same voices. So, have you ever come across, when you travel in Africa, with people who you're like, this can beat so-and-so, is as good as so-and-so, as good as so-and-so? I know you've been all over, not really the whole of Africa, but most places. But tell me, which country contains the more talent pool that you've come across?
I can't answer that question because everywhere I go, I find so many talented people. I can't say that this country has a greater talent pool than the next. But what you find in Africa, in Nigeria, is that they have a platform. They have a stage for those artists to share and to present their music. And this is what you see. You don't see necessarily. It doesn't mean that Nigerian artists are more talented. It just that means that their business is better organized. They have a better infrastructure for presenting music to the world. Their structure is better. And this is the reason why they're on the rise. Your Daddy Andre is just as competitive as any artist in the world. And so there are so many artists who are great in every country. There are people who are great, and I find people all over the world who are extremely talented. And the only thing that fails them is the business behind what they're doing and the structure and discipline of what goes on around that artist.
Yeah.
Chilo, I think I got the right question. The right question is, Mr. Cedric Singleton, who do you think are who are your biggest competitors, and how do you differ from them?
Well, my big, I don't really compete necessarily with other people. Black Market Record competes with itself, right?
Yeah,
We
true.
are trying to be a better company. I want my graphic artists to be better graphic artists. I want my producers to be better producers. I want my artists to be better artists. And so we celebrate the success of other companies that succeed in this business, because what does that mean? That means that it is possible. What Maven does, what Swans Avenue do, that should be something that inspired people, not say that they're not doing something right, because they're getting some things right. And so it just says that we are learning from each other, right? We will grow. If Ugandan music needs more than Black Market to be successful.
Yeah.
It takes
And
other sides and other people to do it, because we don't.
And that brings me to the next question.
Yes.
Apart from music, are you going to enter different categories of talent?
Yes.
Like
Acting.
you know, there's social media influencers who actually bringing millions on TikTok, on YouTube, and stuff like that. Are you thinking of trying to diversify into those areas as well?
Well,
Black Market Records.
It's a part of what we do now, but the area that we will be getting deeper into will be film. Working on trying to shoot at least 4 or 5 movies this year, and trying to just develop that side of Black Market. We've shot 2 feature films already, but we're going to focus more heavily on the film side of the entertainment business.
Actually, yeah, Cedric.
Wait, before you go, we forgot to ask a certain question. Where is Black Market comprised of? Is it specifically a music-based company, or it's comprised of different kinds of entertainment?
Well, we have Black Market Live. Black Market Live represents any live events, live concerts, comedy shows, that type of thing. So it's not just about the recorded and the digital platform. And we also have Black Market Films. It's been around for about 20 years, and we're producing. Like I said, we've already produced 2 feature films, and we're going to develop more of that type of product. Yes.
He has told us about the future prospects. Yeah, the film. You're planning to venture to film. Yeah, I believe as a big company such as this all over the world, you have future prospects that you want to tackle. You're not just looking at 2024 right now, but I believe you're seeing ahead of us, ahead of 2024. What do you think? What are those future prospects that you have for such a big company of Black Market?
It's just the
Where do
creation
you hope
of
to see it 5 years from now?
It's the creation of content, because content is king. And so we're going to develop content. We're going to collaborate with creatives, and we're just going to create art. Now, I am an artist, and so we are going to be bigger and better artists in every area of art that we can do.
Can you just give in like an advice to some people out there who are watching us, like some people in the diaspora who are willing like to invest in the music industry, anything in Africa, like what challenges he or she is gonna face, and how is he willing to tackle them and like be focused and like just dive into action? You understand?
If you come to Africa as an American, there's going to be some culture shock, and you have to be flexible and keep an open mind, because this is not America. And if you're expecting America, stay at home. Don't come here, because this is not America, right? You're gonna have potholes in the street. The power is gonna go off. The internet is gonna fail. But you have to keep fighting. You have to keep on your mission. You have to stay focused at what it is that you're trying to do. Africa is not for punks. Don't come here if you're a sissy. Do not come here if you give up easily. Just stay at home.
It's for rocks.
Yeah, this is for Africa's for tough-minded people. And so if you can handle that, then Africa is a gigantic opportunity. Let me say another thing about Africa. There are so many countries around the world who come to Africa for its natural resources, its manganese, its gold, its nickel, or whatever it is that they're trying to get out of the ground. But what I found has been a different source. and it's been the people. The people have been so talented and intelligent that has been the resource that I have found here in Africa. It's been the people. It has been people who work hard, people who are committed, people who are loyal to a vision, people who are team orientated. This is something that you find difficult to find in America.
Yeah.
You find people who will come and they will walk to work during COVID when there was no transportation. Shiloh being one of those guys that will walk. This guy right here.
10 miles, 10 miles, 10 miles.
In the rain.
Actually, 20 miles total a day.
In the rain sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So you're not going to find that in America, right? So like I say, the resource of Africa is the beauty and the strength of its people.
Yeah. And actually said that anyone you can give to those young creatives, like young creatives out there. And like we've seen some African big giants, Snoop Dogg, like Tupac, Jay-Z, Akon. Is that specific advice you can give to those young creatives?
Yeah, those creatives, I would say, come to Africa. I would say just come to Africa and see what happens. See how it feels. Like
Come to Africa.
try that shirt on. You
Please
put
do
that
tell
shirt
them.
on.
I tell them.
You heard
every
the
time, I've
man.
been telling them,
Put those
come back
shoes
to
You heard
on.
the man.
No, you
Tell them to come back to Africa. Come.
Yeah, come to Africa. Come to Africa, put that shirt on, put those pants on, put those shoes on, and come to Africa and feel Africa. Smell Africa.
Beautiful.
Feel the rhythm of Africa. You come. There's nothing more that I can say. Every person, in August, I came to Africa with 4 friends of mine. Those guys still haven't left. That was in August.
Still in Africa.
They're still here, right? And they are shocked at what they saw because it is nothing like what they expected, right?
Life is
Understand.
good.
Yeah,
Life
so
is good in Africa.
Life is good.
and they and some,
Are they just here because they want to work, or they're here just because of the
they're here
experience
to
they found in Africa?
they're here to work. They're here to do both. Well, I mean, the great thing about Africa, you can work and experience Africa. You can do them both. It's 2 birds with 1 stone. And so
Mostly it's the experience.
yeah, it's the experience of Africa. Yes. Yeah, my first trip to Africa changed my life.
And
Tell me about it.
Yeah, my first trip to Africa, it made me understand the value of money. Right. It made me see how far money can go when you use it the right way. Right. I wasted a lot of money. I've spent like $100,000 on things I shouldn't spend money on. Right. It changed everything for me. It changed my value structure. That these things that I was spending money on are not important.
Black Afro Americans. Sorry, do Black Afro American investors feel fairly treated, like other foreigners, other foreign investors, in terms of having a visa-free country and other amenities provided, or supposedly provided by governments in place? Do they feel they are fairly treated in regard or in comparison with the other investors from other countries?
Well, I would think that there's an advantage for Black Americans to come to Africa, right? Because for one, I fit in. They think I'm an African until I start speaking. I start talking, right? So there's an advantage in being here. It's an advantage in coming here with the experience. And with the experience that you have, that you've gotten from America, right? There are some things that America gets right. There's some things that America gets wrong. And so those things that America gets right, they also will work here. Structure, discipline, hard work, those things work in Africa as well.
Yeah.
Vision, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's also this thing. What do you think African governments need to do to make it ideal for the Afro-American investors to invest more and make Africa a better place or a better home for themselves and for the communities around?
I think mostly your countries have been very welcoming to African Americans, especially the president of this country. He is always trying to bring African Americans here because they have a wealth of talent and they have a wealth of money also. Black Americans represent billions and billions of dollars, right? And so for those African Americans to connect with Africa is something special. I think their presidents of most countries understand this and they're trying to encourage it. They are all, Museveni, Ruto, all of these guys are very welcoming to Americans, right? So I think they're doing the right thing. I think they have opened the door and they're presenting their country. Now come and experience it. You will be welcome. There's a ugly myth in America that Africans don't like African Americans. I'm gonna tell you that's a lie. I have felt nothing but love here, and so when African Americans come to Africa, they will tell you the same story.
Yeah. Okay. So like Cedric, I want to learn more about like specifically what made you like drop everything that in the States and decide to come to Africa. Like you chose to come to Africa and do business here with Africans and other. Yeah.
I was in America when I decided I wanted to do business in Africa. So I started signing artists in Africa. So I needed an excuse to be here in Africa. And I didn't drop the things that we're doing in America. We still do those things, right?
Yeah.
We just opened up a different division, a different frontier by coming into Africa. Now we have more African artists than we have American artists. So we have been very fruitful in this marketplace. So the American office continues to do its thing. It gives us an advantage because we're in that marketplace, right? We're in that marketplace. And the ultimate goal for African music is to get into the American and the European marketplaces because that's where the money is.
Okay.
Yeah. Any stream that you have in Africa is reduced by 90% when it comes from Africa. But when that same view comes from America, it pays 100%. It pays 10 times more money for a view or stream to come from America. So if you understand that fact, then you should be trying to get that stream and that money from America and Europe and the rest of the world, right? Give you an example. 1 million views on a video where the streams predominantly come from Africa will earn you about $300 or $400. Same million streams in America will earn $6,000.
Damn.
And so if you understand that, right? If you understand, you get 10 million views, just do the math. 10 million views is equal to $3,000 in Africa, right? 10 million views from America is 60,000. Which one would you rather have, right? Yeah. And so if you are only structuring your music for the African marketplace, you are limiting yourself. Yeah. And you are also almost guaranteeing your failure because you have to make money in this business. You have to earn money in this business to stay in this business because this business is expensive. And so if you're not making money, you cannot stay.
Yeah, by the way, now that message comes so clear as we're moving from around this, just about to take a break. We just need to remind you that this is sponsored by a Peaceful Home Care LLC, Virginia. They care for the elderly and they give you this kind of holistic family care or home care that is required at any time. You just need to check them out on the
Don't forget,
Please
don't
do.
forget it's sponsored by Black Market Records.
And also
CEO himself in the building.
And this is a
Mr.
special edition sponsored by Black Market Records. There's something they need to understand.
You better clarify that.
This is the man you need to ask, consult, call,
Everything.
DM,
Everything.
just to know about everything you need to know. By the way, Black Market does not only limit itself to supporting music and entertainment. It does other sectors in the music category. In other cultural aspects as well. They support talent. They support agriculture and other social kind of livelihoods. And if you can come up to them, show what you've got, they will sponsor you, they will support you, they will instruct you, they give you all the necessary connections you need. But you need to understand what it means to be governed, managed by Black Market Records. Get that straight. If you listen to the management, you will succeed. He who pays the piper calls the tune. They'll tell you exactly where the money is. Yeah. And they tell you that.
Shalom.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I mean,
You heard the man.
Put your energy where the money.
Clarify,
Put your energy where the money is.
Yeah.
You need
Alright.
guidance.
Yeah.
And we've got it all with this gentleman called Cedric Singleton.
Yeah, guys. And well, don't forget, Men and Walk is our YouTube channel. Keep on subscribing, sharing, and leaving a comment. We'll get back to you.
Before you lock it up, Mr. Said, Cedric Singleton.
Cedric.
I know I heard the time. We have the time. But then I just wanted you to just answer one question for me, just one. Out there, all the viewers that are watching, we probably have lots of people that look up to you as a role model. I'll tell you truthfully, I personally look at you as a role model because you're my role model. What would give me 2 or 3 words that you can give out to all those people that look at you as role models? What can they do if they want to achieve what you are right now?
Well, I'm hoping that there'll be some people that will come up that will achieve far more than what we've been able to accomplish at this record company. But the advice that I give everybody who's trying to do something special in life is that there's one thing, characteristic that all successful people have, and that is the ability to solve problems. And so if you face some challenges in your life, if you're able to solve those challenges, then you will succeed. If anybody that's in a successful position is a problem solver. So it's the key to success in anything that you do.
Yeah. Remember, teamwork makes the dream work. That's why you need black market as part of your team. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, it has been a nice one having you here, Mr. Cedric, on our
Thank you.
podcast. We're so glad. And guys, don't forget Men at Work is our YouTube channel. Keep on liking, subscribing, sharing, and leaving a comment. Any topic you want us to talk about, just comment in the comment section. We'll get back to you. I've been your girl, Venice Girl Vibes, aka VM.
Yeah, Shiloh, Shilo, all over Smooth Shiloh. And guess who? Guess who's next to me here right now?
See guys, Shiloh is just too much. Bro. It's your boy D. Kev Kelly, you know what it is.